Hey everyone, and welcome back to this is episode 5 of Mid Rats, and I'm Mitch. This is Jeff. Say hello, Jeff.
How's it going, everybody?
And we're coming to you today. We're going to talk about a couple of things real quick. One of our goals is to keep our episodes to around 30 minutes or less, maybe 45 if it's really good. But I noticed that our episodes kept getting longer and longer. And then it was like at an hour plus, and we're like, "Oh man, nobody's gonna watch this stuff." So we're gonna try to keep
fan for that.
Right. Okay, so a couple of things. I know we wanted to talk about the new Robin costume, right? For the Teen Titans. Is that a TV show, right?
Yes, TV show. I don't know if they're gonna do it on the. I heard it's gonna be on the DC Netflix type of show channel or whatever, which makes no sense because you have already got an app, you've already got Netflix. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel, you know.
Netflix might be a good ploy for them because I know Disney's making their own subscription-based channel, and Disney owns Marvel, all those really awesome Marvel Netflix TV shows like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Punisher. Those are all going to go over here to the Disney Now or whatever they're going to call it.
So. What they fail to realize is that between Netflix, Hulu, and all these other shows, nobody's going to keep paying for different services. One-stop shopping is the way to go.
I know that's what made Netflix like its big money early on. Like that's, I remember as soon as I saw Netflix, I'm like, yeah, sorry, this is what I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
But I saw it. I watched the costume. Now this is the same show. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the same show that where that awful Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven are going to be involved with?
Yep. And don't forget, we got Hawk and Dove, who's also going to be on it. Which their costumes looks pretty good, but it's one of those things where it's DC caters to Batman a little too much. Even though I'm a fan, it's still like way too much. It's like, okay, put everything we have, every dime into this Robin costume, some in a Hawk and Dove, and everybody else we just go to Goodwill and see how it goes.
Right, because like looking at the pictures, if anybody hasn't seen it, you're going to see it pretty soon, and all you got to do is Google. I guess I could start linking stuff in the description or whatever, but nobody's watching, so I don't care. But if I become famous, I'll start putting stuff down in the description. Or
once we get viewers and advertising and all that, it'll be somewhere around here.
Oh yeah, please click over here. Click on Fantastic Four. Click on 4
down here.
Right. But anyway, but this Robin costume was legit. Like this looked good.
Yeah.
Really, really good, especially compared to that god awful Starfire who looked like a hooker.
Yeah, a bad hooker.
Yeah, like a what do they call it when you run out of your mileage, right? Mileage. Oh, you know what? I'll just go be a superhero then.
She's not on the main strip. She's on the back alleys of like Detroit, going in old Ford dealerships to give, HJs.
Right. Like she's the one that hangs out in the Motel 6. Right. Yeah. Not the Hilton.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we like it. I like it. Did you like it?
I really enjoyed it, but like I said, it really shows that when it comes to Batman or any of his properties, there's a huge level of attention to detail. Everybody else, it's like, we'll keep it low budget. Okay. Can you put on like a Beast Boy shirt or something? Do
you think it's their perception of the popularity of these characters, right? DC thinks like nobody really knows Starfire or nobody really knows Beast Boy, or
if you don't put in the time and effort, they're never going to know or care.
Right. Because they know that people know Batman and Robin. Everybody knows Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
People without a comic book bone in their body know Batman and Robin, right?
Yeah.
So they really have to focus on that stuff. I have a question.
Okay.
Which Robin do you think it is?
Here's the thing. They said alluded to it being Dick Grayson, but then again, they also there's a picture of somebody else is Jason Todd. So it's like, is this Jason Todd before he steals the Batmobile's tires and everything else? Just a little nod or Easter egg. But it also looks more like Tim Drake. So with the suit, I don't know. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this plays out. But just do it right. If you're gonna do it right, or don't do it at all.
The timeline is very important here because
Mm-hmm.
if this all exists in the DC universe, right, between the Justice League, the Batman, Superman, and all those other Wonder Woman, the movies, right?
Yeah.
If this is all encompassed and they're all one universe, then we've already established that Batman had a Robin who got
Mm-hmm.
killed by Joker,
Which
right?
we all know which one that is, but are
Right.
they gonna go that route?
I don't know. I don't know. If that's the case, then it has to be Tim Drake. There's no point
Yeah.
about it. And you're going to find a Nightwing somewhere out there in the DCU.
Which the problem with that is there's same thing with BVS and the Justice League and the way they're doing the Batman movies is you can't say Batman's been out for 20 years, go through all these little nods and Easter eggs and not give us those stories because those are the ones we want to see. We want to see Under the Red Hood or Robin, Tim Drake, or Dick Grayson. We want to see these stories, not just 20 years later, he's old and weary and battle ridden. Really? You're going to give me the story, his intro after everything else.
Right. You want to, I mean, the Jason Todd Joker story is like, I mean, that's Batman gold, right?
Yeah.
The fans voted for that, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know, back they DC put out a contest to see
Yeah.
what happens to Jason Todd because they
Yeah.
got a bunch of conflicting information, right? About like
Yeah.
people
It
didn't like
was
him, but people.
they were so used to Dick Grayson and everything. So DC and said, okay, you call this number, he lives. You call this number, he dies. And the fans voted, and it was a kind of slim margin, but he did for a little bit, and then brought him back, which I really like the way they brought him back. I like him as Red Hood. Just one problem I have with the character is the whole he carries guns, but they're less than lethal. I don't know if the writers really know how guns work, unless they're beanbag rounds or something,
And less than lethal, they had to stop calling it non-lethal when it first came on scene. Right, these were all
Mm-hmm.
considered non-lethal
Yeah.
until they killed a couple people. So then they had to go less than lethal, or we don't expect it to be lethal.
It's like the whole Green Arrow on the TV show is like his big secret was he likes killing. Dude, you're shooting people with arrows. There's some part of you that likes killing,
Yeah, and there wasn't a way they could have went soft on that either. It's like his whole thing is based on a bow and arrow.
Yeah. Like Batman, okay, you're gonna be in traction. You're gonna be in a full body cast when the battle's over, but you're gonna live. You're gonna get shot with an arrow. I mean, people have gotten stabbed and died because of their mental shock of it. I don't want to see what would happen to somebody who gets shot with an arrow, even in a leg. Like, you're looking like Ace Ventura when nature calls. Like,
It's in the bone. Yeah,
yeah,
and like they had that little ode to it where they found the boxing glove arrow. That was pretty neat, right? But you
yeah,
can't go a whole show using boxing glove arrows or like foam arrows. I know for the TV show, the cartoon,
mm-hmm.
really good, Justice League Unlimited, right?
Yeah,
They had Ollie come on, and most of his arrows were like nets and like expanding foam and
yeah.
electroshock stuff. But that's You can do that in a cartoon, but you can't do that in like a live action version.
Well, the problem that they didn't really address with the whole boxing glove arrow is you take an arrow, you put it on a boxing glove, you fire it, that arrow is still going to penetrate through the boxing glove, through the skin, and still, you know, oh, it's a knockout punch to the face. Yeah, he's going to have an arrow sticking out of his head. There's no
Plus,
coming back from that.
right. Okay, so we're on board. We really like the costume. We want to know who the new Robin's going to be. I really hope they kind of put a round turn on the rest of that cast and get them looking good, man. Hopefully that's like some people's cosplay or something. I don't know.
Hopefully that's. I don't even know how you can do it because it's like you've already. You just got to come out with the new ones, like how they did with the Venom trailer. There's like the Venom trailer where you see all the cars flipping, everything like that, and then a couple months later, it's like, oh, here it is with the special effects. Makes more sense now. Much better. Yeah. Well done.
And these, to be fair, like these weren't official photos either. These were leaked photos taken by somebody who was working on the set. So maybe it'll be good, right? Maybe we jump to conclusions just a little bit.
And as fans, we do that, you know. Oh no, Ben Affleck is Batman. That's gonna be terrible. Turns out to be awesome. Yeah, you know. So,
okay, so moving from one Batman topic to another, Jared Leto is the new Joker, right? He was the Joker in Suicide Squad. I don't know. I didn't like the movie as a whole. So like his parts were even less so.
Yeah. Plus, it was such a dynamic twist from where he should be. You know?
Right. But he's getting his own movie, right? His own Joker movie, or allegedly. Well, you saw that post that I found on. I actually found it on Reddit the other day, and it's Jared Leto confirmed is going to be in the Spider-Man mythos playing Michael Morbius, the living vampire.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm not a huge fan of Leto. Like, I don't like him, but I don't not like him. He's just always one of those guys that's just been around.
Yeah.
But he's starting to get more and more, like, heavy parts, right?
I saw him in Dallas Buyers Club, where he was like this guy who dressed in drag, who had AIDS and everything else, and it's starting to really wonder, hey DC, do your characters to play the Joker have to be scarred that much? Like the previous role has to be something in either Heath Ledger played a gay cowboy, Leto played a gay AIDS crossdresser. Do you want nobody else to play this role? Because I wouldn't want to see anybody else go through that just to play the Joker, and then turn out to play one that's so far from what we know, like damaged tattoo on his forehead and everything. It's like, just keep it simple. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right. The Joker's very, like, it's a very dynamic character. If you do it right, that's going to make or break you, right?
Yeah.
That's the Joker determines whether or not that movie is good or just a complete pile of garbage.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as more stuff comes out about the Michael Morbius, so I hope nobody gets me wrong. I want these movies and TV shows to be brilliant. I want them all to be really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, we've been fans since we were knee-high to a grasshopper. We grew up in these characters. I want to see a proper Joker in the DCEU, because we've already had it in the Nolan series, which was great. But if we're going to do this whole combined world, let's do it right. That's all the fans really ask for, you know, except for that small demographic that says that the Snyderverse is so awesome and all the fans and Rotten Tomatoes and everybody with common sense, you know, disagree with. You know, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, we're not even the nitpicky fans, okay? Like I'm not, and I keep that in mind. Like I can't be too nitpicky, especially with like Spider-Man. Like I could nitpick every movie of every Spider-Man movie to the point where it's no longer enjoyable to watch. But I understand that that's not what it's about, and I allow certain things. There's certain things you can't skip on. The costume, the way the character looks, has to be right.
Yeah.
Right, and the personality has to be right. Other than that, like Aunt May's age and who cares? And where exactly he lived in Queens, who cares? Like, that doesn't matter. Even like the webbing coming out of his wrist for a little bit, like that was fine.
Yeah.
Right, as long as the character comes across as the character from the comics, right?
Yeah.
The personality and the appearance. It's good. You go. You do that. You take a plot line from any of the millions of books, right? Take
50 to 70 years of history,
right? Shuffle them together, right? And then like toss. Then there's your script right there. Now,
basically.
now build a character. That's it. Game over. Millions and millions of dollars will come raining down from the sky.
Just stacks of money, just right there.
So. All right, man. Well, that is our time. Okay, I know that feels really short compared to what we normally do, but that's it. So we got like just enough time for the closeout. So I'd like to thank everybody who did watch. Please like, comment, do whatever. Me and Jeff, we don't care. We'll see you around. Right? It's just for the fun. Okay, so say goodbye, Jeff.
Have a good night, everybody.